Today is Wednesday, March 25th, 2020. I am Julie Hankinson, and this is the view out my window. It is a beautiful, clear day outside, but still a bit chilly. It's that in-between time when I shouldn't wear a cold weather coat, maybe a light jacket, and then I might get too hot. I don't know. When you're at an in-between time, you can be a bit indecisive. And I feel like that is where we are with leadership in the U.S. is that we have leaders who are not leading, who are indecisive. And as we look around the world, we see the countries that are being headed, not led, but the leaders in control who approach the new virus as in a wishy-washy way that their country members die in alarming numbers. It is the leaders who are decisive, who impose lockdowns and take decisive actions, who their people survive. And this is a time when we as a people need to survive, and we need good leadership. And unfortunately, we are not receiving it in the U.S. and some other countries. And a lot of this is because of the bureaucratic red tape that our country has imposed. It's the checks and balances, which are a very good thing to have. That's why we are a democracy. However, what we have are multiple people trying to assert their power, and some are totally clueless, and some definitely do not have the credentials to lead. And then we have, because of this, clashes of the people that want the power, fighting with each other, and they are the ones that are destroying our nation at this time, in this time of crisis. They are the ones that are causing the delays that are, quite frankly, getting people killed. Now, I know that this sounds like a very political message, and I don't mean it to be political, because I'm seeing fallout on both sides of the political divide. And I'm seeing heads of agencies that are supposed to be responsible worldwide. And yes, I will call out the World Health Organization as being one group that couldn't get their act together, and because of it, they did not sound the alarm in a timely fashion, and it got people killed. And more people will die because of this irresponsible behavior by those who are in power. And I will end that rant there and just go on to say that what you need to do is protect yourself and your abilities and your freedoms and your power, and you need to make your voice heard. And this is me making my voice heard because I am, quite frankly, disgusted by the egos who are putting our nations, the people, at risk rather than suffering any economic decline in their portfolios. Heaven forbid that they should have any economic distress as a result of the coronavirus, the novel coronavirus, the COVID-19 virus. We can't just move forward like this. We are spiraling downward, and we need to regain power. And if it comes from grassroots movements, then I strongly recommend you network with your fellow friends and try and move that forward, because what we have going on right now is totally unacceptable. And this is time for, as we say, the next restart. And that means pushing the restart button on our political system, our healthcare system, all of the bureaucracy and the agencies which are slowing down assistance to the people who need it. And this is what causes revolutions. And I'd like to think that in America, we don't need to take to the streets, but we do need powerful people like Martin Luther King to provide a unifying figure to express the dissatisfaction with the status quo, with what is perceived as normal, what is accepted because it's too difficult to change. And I think that this year, this is an opportunity to change for the better. For us as people to stop being so complacent, but to realize that we need to not only change ourselves, but also our country and some of the basic fundamentals which have just gotten bogged down in the mire and are no longer functional. And we need to regain our functionality as a country, and we need to inspire growth and a healthy economy and healthy people and healthy relationships. We cannot continue to live in fear and abuse, and we are being abused as citizens, as workers. All of this is, we are tolerating, and we should not tolerate abuse. We need to open our eyes and identify the abuse and join with like-minded individuals in order to eradicate it. And I am not advocating violence. I am advocating using the strength that we as people have to band together to create change in our policy. And I don't know, look at, goodness, just raising awareness. Think of Erin Brockovich. And she was not an educated person. She did not have money, but she was observant. And we have got to move forward realizing that it's not beautiful, it's not easy, there are ramifications, and there will be fallout. All right, I'm thinking now of Flint, Michigan, and the abuse of the citizens of that town went on for years until people pushed it into the light. And they are still cleaning up that mess. They will clean up that mess for a lifetime. But we need to identify the messes in our country and bring the abuse to light, and we need to clean them up. And in this case, it was through the court system, the judicial system, and there is so much of this corruption going on. And until we take a stand and we decide that we're going to make a difference, and we join with like-minded individuals to clarify the situation, to expose the situations to the light, to make the corrections that need to be made. Again, I'm not advocating in any way violence. I am talking, we need to do this with intelligence and integrity and ethics. And there are those in our country who still believe in doing things the right way and not for their own egos or political gain, but because it is the right thing for the people. And let's look to those people as leaders. Let's not continue to follow the money trail that is, a gravy train? Because they have the most money. Let's look to the people, the leaders with integrity, and let's lift up the United States, and let's make it a good nation again that is respected, because we are not respected. And what we have going on right now will get a large portion of us killed. And with that, I will close down and hope that there are people out there who are listening and who care and are up to the challenge to move our country into the light. Good night.